Hello, and I'm doing some more Castlevania, carrying on with my marathon that I've been doing. Now, this one is obviously a great game. This is Super Castlevania 4. I actually did a speedrun of this game. It was about 2 years ago now. So rather than do a fresh replay of, a game I've done to death and can't remember anymore, I'm just going to replay the video and add some sort of commentary. So you see I'm playing on the Japanese version of the game. Now the reason for this is censorship. Nintendo of America didn't like the Christian iconography on the coffins, and they didn't like the blood in, I think it's stage 8. So it's purely cosmetic, there's no difficulty changes or anything like that. Jap versions tend to have less text and more gore and crosses, which we love. Off we go. As speedruns go, this is one of those games where it's actually easier to speedrun than it is to play casually. If that makes any sense. The first game is a lot like that also. If you keep moving and you stick to your script, you're not going to encounter anything too challenging. It sort of takes the challenge out of it in a way. Not to say that it isn't a challenging speedrun. It just kind of orders things so that you can, it orders things so that you can, bypass some of the difficulty you would probably encounter casually. The music in this game is fucking brilliant. It just is. I don't know how else to sort of describe it. It's just, from start to finish, absolutely amazing. And considering the age of the game, the graphics still sort of hold up pretty well in, a sort of retro way. This is 92, I think this came out. And obviously it's basically a remake of the original Castlevania on NES. So I would say that the title of Super Castlevania 4 is probably a little bit misleading. I believe in Japan the game is actually just called Castlevania. Yes, first stage is relatively straightforward. Not too many things that can go horribly wrong. It's counting hearts that you hit, enemies you hit, little things like that that actually contribute to ammo counts, less of a time loss at the end of the stage, counting up spare hearts and things like that. And the drops out of the candles, if I remember right, are actually affected also by how many things you killed, how many things you hit with sub-weapons. I think that's the case, I can't remember. But yeah, there's a little bit more going on than would appear. That looks like some whip buffering. Wow, down you go. Skeletor and his stupid horse. Die, bitch. Stage 1. I think this run is about 40 minutes, which I think is not terrible. This is the first run of this game I actually finished. There are some risky areas later on where you can quite easily lose your run. A pretty nasty boss towards the end as well, so I'm making a bit of a mess of this. I can't remember if we changed sub-weapon at any point. I think once we get the cross and the triple shot, we pretty much keep it for the rest of the game, because it is so damn useful. Ouch. So I'm pretty sure I've taken an extra hit or even 2 hits here, and this section can be a little bit tricky if it doesn't go well. It'll soon get out of hand. All the stupid frogs and birds and all the other things that hate Simon Belmont. They look pretty decent. Oof. Nice. That looks to go pretty well. I lost time somewhere. That's here. Yeah, that stupid thing. The cross I threw was too low. Should have taken him out, but it's not a problem. There's some more timing mechanism. Good lord. That's the end of you. Just don't make end-level bosses like we used to. I love how the music sort of carries on from the previous level, but not quite. Makes the game sort of feel, you know, quite continuous. We're not even at the castle yet, we're making our way there. Those orange spikes are an instant death. They've got a huge hitbox that you can't really tell. It's so huge until it kills you. I'm talking about the red diagonal spikes on the previous screen. They kind of stick out. They've got a perfectly square hitbox that if you touch the air around them, you are dead. All the damage here are obviously intentional, and it's boosting me forward very slightly, so that was a short stage. This stage being pretty horrible, the beginning part anyway, and again, it's just kind of learning the script. But it can catch you out if you're not careful, and you can just... finger trouble. You can just make life a little bit difficult. As I recall, there's plenty of health, and I can't remember why I feel like hearts are tight on this level, like you don't want too many. I can't remember why. I can't remember why, but I'm keeping my hearts low for a reason. Just taking what I need. Ugh, unlucky. Yeah, the hit off the sand guy there. I think out of the three that were on that level, I think I managed to do one of them correctly, but it's a bit of a bastard to jump over. There's a deboost there. Yeah. It's worth mentioning. The level design is genius. This game is just brilliant. The music accompanies it well. But you will not find two levels in this game that look the same. It's very impressive for its age, I think. And a great sort of entry-level Castlevania, I would say, for anyone wanting to start and play any of this series. I'd say this is the easiest, and it's not easy, but it is the easiest. Great game. It's just you and the game. There's no unfairness. If you die in this game, it is your fault. It's really good controls, so no excuses. As a remake of the original, you know, they were, at the time that this was released, they were still trying to show off some of the things that the Super Nintendo could do that the Mega Drive doesn't. And yeah, so you get these kind of demo levels. This is kind of one of them. Some of these transparency effects and the background water that shouldn't be in front of you, and yeah, just some little technical things that they did. I mean, it's way more obvious on the next level, but just little things that they're adding in to just show off the capabilities of the system, which is cool. Not at the expense of the level design, which is also cool. Like, well, it's arguable on the next level, but yeah, this bit's instant death if you fail. If you fall off these things or you mess up one of these whip jumps, you are dead. Simples. A couple of birds here, I believe, that can cause havoc if you don't kill them quickly enough. They seem to want to come down and bother you. Peck your shit up. There's one, there's another one. Ah, what a shot. You're dead. That was not planned. And that was slow. Still. I think I'm on target to actually beat my my target time here. Oh, I'm 7 seconds behind on stage 2, which is a bit shit. Oh, me. The lag on this boss, kind of helpful. It's gone. That was by no means an optimal kill. That was very slow by speedrunning standards, but still pretty quick. And I gained... I must have took a death or something in the when I was against there, because I gained like 17 seconds. More than that. 17 seconds, that was like a death. And it goes on. It just feels like one continuous level. It's brilliant. And music again. Just for the instruments they had, just on a little fucking hell, close, a little 16-bit system like that. Just very, very impressive. Great competition. Okay, we're about to be going into Nintendo's E3 exhibition from 1991. Again, with the sort of semi-transparent thing going on. It's very cool. That was quite slow. Here we go. Anybody that read any kind of gaming magazine from this era will know that this is Mode 7, Nintendo's famous Mode 7, which looks like ass, you know, compared to what we're used to now. But this was very impressive in the day, being able to rotate an entire level like that. It was obviously used for the map screens in the Final Fantasy games. It was used for the whole of Super Mario Kart. It's a very distinctive effect. I don't know if this game predates Mario Kart, actually. Probably not. But yeah, developers would have been encouraged, obviously, to try and show off, so he did a good job here. Well, this bit is just fucking tedious. Quite easy to die as well. Spikes in Castlevania games generally are instant death. These are no exception. Just hear myself counting off swings. Yeah, this bit, you know, looks great for its time and with the Mode 7 going on in the background, but it is wholly pointless. It's really just a set of falling platforms with a shit ton of lag. So, not terribly impressed. You know, 10-year-old Wii would have been very impressed. Onward to even more Mode 7 craziness. This particular screen is horrible. I missed a cycle there. It's a bit risky if you wanted to get that first cycle. But it's like one of those sort of Mario castles where if you don't take the right route, it just loops around, which sucks. Especially like any of these little corners where you can be pushed upwards, like right there. Again, it will kill you instantly, same as these things. Well, I don't know if those kill you actually, but yeah, this bit, you get pushed into the roof at all, you're dead. Again, just breeze through it, makes it look easy, but when you know what you're doing it is, but you can get trapped in that part for a good while. I think I've seen myself, or it might have been my son, run the timer down on that section, just trying to fucking get out, so yeah, it's one of those. My son, he's 12. This is obviously 2 years ago when he was playing it as well. He was 10, he finished this game, so nobody has an excuse to not finish this game. It's child's play. This is... we'll bodge this up, but plenty of health. Nothing to worry about. Gaining time now. That whip pose is what I'm generally aiming for at the end of the level, just as it looks cool. Yeah. That was a really good stage. Ugh. Fleamen and eagles combination. Some RNG here, if I remember right. Like, where the birds come is random on this bottom level, so you can get caught off guard. I think that's what that cross there was for. It was just in case cross, same as that one. So I decided not to show up at all. That's fair enough. There we go. Okay. So remember this being like quite a transitional level, is it? Like, it doesn't have a boss, you just go up like a stair. Yeah, you go up this staircase here, and the level just kind of ends. It does look familiar though, it looks like an area out of a Rondo of Blood, which hasn't been released yet. Okay, starting to look like the castle. This level, I lost some runs to this bit as well. Something funny about that bit that, again, can't remember. Yeah, lost some runs to this level. It's long, this level, and it's got some pretty tricky parts later on. And the difficulty starting to ramp up just a little bit. Using some safety strategies here by the look of it. There's quicker ways of doing it. Yeah, this bit, if you are like very nearly just walk straight off the edge there, that is the end of your run. Unless you can know where all the crosses and triple double shots are. You have to start the level again, which sucks. So I think you can get through this room on like one lamp cycle. I just missed one cycle there, so this is the second cycle. I think I'll do it in two, to be safe. But it can be done in one. Like frame perfect jumps, I reckon. That's the third cycle. Cool. Yeah, I suppose there's actually a secret little room underneath this part of the stage where you could recover your all of your like sub weapons and stuff if you did die, I guess. But by the look of it, I hadn't finished this level in a speedrun. There's no time to beat. Can't see myself going back and learning this again. It was just a little fun thing to do. It was a bit of a bastard to learn, to be honest. That bit can be a bit deadly. And this level just goes on and on and on. So I think the famous coffins are coming up now with the crosses on. There you go. Yeah, for the US release, the crosses were removed. You couldn't possibly be looking at religious imagery in a Nintendo game. No. Well, not in the West anyway. Yeah, just bluffing this room a little bit. I know this is kind of the strategy, but I'm doing it nowhere near optimally. Got stung a few times, I think, by the whip skellies. They can hurt you. That section... that section's so much easier than the game wants you to think it is. Okay, I think this is the kind of nearly the final room. This is a long ass level. I think the positions of these little sort of spinning dancers is RNG. But I think it's one of those cases where the boss is so easy, you know you're not going to die, so any damage you take, you can pretty much just tank and walk. Fuck it, just go. Yeah. All going well, I shouldn't get hit by this boss. Goodness me. Good night and farewell. Not the pose again. Well done. Okay, library. Again, the music is just brilliant. That looked super deliberate. Totally wasn't. Ow, that was. Platforming starting to get a little bit tighter at this point. A lot of staircases with nothing underneath them, which is sneaky, because if you walk straight off you will just die, same as the first game. Use it to your advantage here. But if you drop here and don't land on the stairs, you will die. And then this bit with the books, if you try and... I think they're fairly random in where they are in their cycle when you arrive. So you kind of just have to wing this and just hope for the best. I think I'm supposed to chuck across at that guy, but I didn't. And this wanker. Okay. You can take a lot of damage in this section. Kind of taking my time with it a little bit, considering this has to be the shittest mechanic in the entire game as an idea for an enemy. Like, what about an invisible rug monster that pushes you into overhead spikes? Yeah. Rubbish. Also, that thing. What is that thing? Why is it in no other level or screen? Here we go with the invisible rug monsters again. Quick. Live and let live. Boss coming, I think. I should really have just gone there, I think. I don't know why I'm being so precious with my health bar, because the boss is relatively unthreatening. Even casually, he's not that hard, so... Get your hand off my face, woman! Let me through. Yeah, pretty sure I'm... Yeah, so getting a bit careful with my health when I really don't need to be. Was just happy to have a speedrun that had got this far, I think. That's probably what it is. Not the pose again. Where are we going? Oh yes, this is where the difficulty starts to ramp up. This is your obligatory sewers level. All the spikes in this level, those ones that are dropping there, pretty much any of the ones that you see are instant death. A little bit dicey this level, so I'm going to walk on the go. This first screen is sort of timing sensitive. I'm trying to push through in a certain amount of time. I think I'm trying to beat the cycles on some of these spikes later on. Those spikes in front of me and behind me are instant death. Obviously intentional damage boost. Woo, that was super close. Yeah, it's getting a bit dicey here, so I think I'll literally just go, right, fuck this, and stroll through. Not similar to... it's similar to the strategy I was actually trying to use, but I just kind of YOLO'd it. Oh, sides of spikes here will kill you. Found that out the hard way. That was incredibly close. Waited for it to come back. I was that stunned. I will say the red parts here in the US version are green. It actually makes them easier to see. Those ones that are dropping down from the ceiling. That's one thing. It just looks a bit better like this though. Rivers of blood under the castle. Why not? Some risky spike business here coming up if I recall. Oof. I think the first damage boost was intentional, the second one probably wasn't. Again, this boss, if done correctly, is absolutely no threat at all. Nice. Little damage boost for those. Yeah, those spikes will kill you straight away. And these little platforms that we're standing on here, there's like a lottery later on in this level with these platforms. Fuck me, I'm gonna die here. Jesus Christ, that was sloppy. Right, I just gotta keep moving now. Oh my goodness. Won't be taking any risks from here. Apart from that, apparently. This bit is random, fairly. Pretty difficult. This is the very last thing you have to do in this level as well, which makes it even worse, because if you die, you go back. There's Frankie. Chucking shit. Good night, Francis. Thanks for coming. You are dead. Oh, we like that pose. Okay, no, so we're moving on now to the kind of classic portion of the run, where we go into all the... Oh no, we're not. My bad, that's the next stage. I think this level just looks fantastic, and from a technical standpoint, having all those fucking ghosts flying up, and the bones exploding, and all the lights, and the twinkly gold, and the characters themselves, very, very impressive. Not as much lag as you would think, although I do think we get stuck with some a bit later. Well, fuck that up. I think I was supposed to go over the top there. Didn't. The thing is, there's certain places where I know I'm going to screw it up, so I generally have a backup strategy for when I inevitably fuck it up. This is another one of those sections where it's actually easier to... Well, it's the only thing you can do is keep moving, but if you keep moving and throwing your crosses in the right place, you can pretty much do it without stopping. Generally, if I'm stopping, it's just to be a little bit safer than just charging forth. I think health on this level, there's several like obligatory damage boosts, so I'm trying to be careful with my health, I believe. There's a couple of places where you kind of have to do it, or you definitely should. And also the boss can be tricky if you don't set him up in the right way, so he can kill you out of nowhere if you're not careful. So I'm probably trying to conserve some health here. That's one of them. Damage boosts. There's some health right behind him. Another one coming up. Do I actually do this one? Nah. Just take the casual route up. More very deadly spikes and blocks. Love the music. Just class. That was another damage boost. Coming up to the final climb. If you get some lag in this area. Too many enemies, I reckon. Golden skeletons. They're rich bastards, these skeletons in here. In the life of luxury. With the ball dragons on a random staircase. There's some lag. These little whip jumps are trickier than they appear, or maybe I just never got the hang of them, but can really fuck you up if you don't get the right swing and the right momentum immediately. Can really make you these bits difficult when really it should be like a fun thing to do, and it just isn't. Safety health, that was. Here comes the boss. I want to say it's like 13 hits or something like that before it explodes. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23. I was totally wrong. 23 hits. That's actually quite a lot. And the reason I'm standing over here is to get these little guys to come down low and, you know, pretty much wipe them out straight away. But it didn't quite work. We still got him. Didn't get hit too much. Can be a tricky boss, that one, if you don't know what you're doing. One of the only ones really that is. Just that he's got a lot of health. 21 hits just to get him to explode. Quite a lot. Now we're heading to the castle. Now we're going classic Castlevania. Some remixes of the old tunes and stuff, which is super cool. That's Bloody Tears, this music is called. Bloody Tears. Oh, fucking hell, it was close. I just got done watching season 2 of the Castlevania anime that they made based on Castlevania 3, and they used this music in a really, really cool way in one of the scenes. And it's one of the only... For a series that is famous for its music, I'm surprised they didn't use more, though I kind of like that they were careful with it instead of just, you know, obvious fan service. But my god, doesn't it make this scene amazing? Check it out. I reckon it's the next to last episode of season 2. I reckon it's the 7th episode, and it's just worth watching from the beginning, just on its own. Even if you're not interested in watching the series, it's excellent. And this is where a lot of my speedrun strats seem to go out of the window, and it's this section particularly, because it is so deadly. I've just taken my time a little bit. I think I'm still making good time. Some glitchy, not glitchy, but like just tricky, inconsistent kind of stuff with the spikes and the like big wheels. Can get you squashed quite easily, and there's not a great deal you can do about it. That was close as well. Go up the fucking stairs. Come on. That wasn't on purpose. Come on, it's just starting to look less and less like a speedrun. Gotta kill him. Gotta wait a cycle because I didn't kill the guy quick enough. This bit can be absolutely horrible unless you know what you're doing. Just moving yourself in and out of the way and get these swings ready, and yeah. Wow, I really was being careful here. I guess here and like the Slugger Gaibon boss from Symphony of the Night, who crops up in this game, probably the biggest bottleneck for the run. I seem to remember this guy giving me a shit pattern as well. There's a really fast pattern you can have. This isn't it. So this took longer than I would like as well. Just whip the shit out of him. Just whip him in the tits until he dies. Where's he going? No. So yeah, what I wanted him to do was actually to reappear where I was standing. And you can just absolutely hammer him with the crosses when he does that, but he's decided he's not going to do that. I have to just pure whip him. Like, he should be dead by now. Oh, fucking hell, that's so unlucky. Dead by now, or long ago. Son of a bitch. Extremely slow kill on this boss. But again, if you know where to stand and you know what you're doing, very little of a threat. Oh, now you've decided to go where I wanted you to. Yeah, let's chuck some crosses at your bonce then, mate. You're dead. Son of a bitch. Right, final stage. Vampire Killer. This is the classic Castlevania music remixed. Not such a fan of this remix actually. I prefer the one in Rondo just because of obviously the quality. So, this music goes in this game. This could have been better, but it's nicely placed. Because this is obviously very similar to the final stage from the first game. I'm starting to collect hearts now. I have a number in mind that I need. This music is also from, I think, Castlevania 3. It's another remix. It's brilliant. One of these staircases here, if you fall off it, I think it's this one, you're done. You're soft locked. You either die or, in this case, you would just reset. Yeah, got to be super careful with your up inputs and your left and right inputs. Like, if your controller is even slightly damaged and you have ambiguous or variable inputs on your left and your up, yeah, you can get in trouble. This bit's pretty deadly. These, like, you can't see them very well. The brown sort of stakes underneath the platforms will kill you if you get even close to them, or if you touch the side of them, anything like that, you are fucked. Yeah, I think I'm being a bit careful here. Move out my way, fool. That's a good catch. Just try not to take damage. The boss, oh you bastard, the boss is at the top of these stairs, or it's just the beginning of like a boss rush. Only the first part's actually that difficult. But yeah, preserving health and just gathering as many hearts as I can. 48, 38. Never be enough. Well, looks like I'm still gathering them, so it probably isn't. Right, there's a trick to this, and you can get in like 4 hits on this first section. I think I probably only get about 3. Even worse than that, that was shite. He can be pretty random. You also can't hit him until he stops kind of like glowing. Or at least I believe you have to wait like a second or so to actually hit him. He's being really super kind to me, but if you don't move like immediately, especially in this part, after he like does this, you can be in all kinds of trouble super quick, and he hits like a truck. So yeah, this is the really challenging part, and for me it was the sort of final part of the run where I could possibly like bin it and have to reset. If you die here anyway, if you die anywhere after this, I think you're okay. Also the bosses that are coming up after this are much more structured, so I didn't have a problem. He is, along with this next boss, the first boss in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. A lot of the assets from Rondo and this were reused, including this guy. I've absolutely trashed him. Wow, there you go. Come on. This is another place people can kind of struggle. This boss can be nasty and unsure what you're doing. I think when my son did this, he was really struggling until I showed him this kind of setup at the beginning, which wipes half his health out before he even does anything. It's just a timing method, you know. Chuck and crosses at the right time, because I think he always goes there at the beginning. So like, why am I being so careful with health? That's not that easy to do. Nice. Death is dead. Only one boss left, and it's Dracula. Rather purposefully getting onto the stairs there. This boss isn't too bad. A little bit RNG. Really shouldn't be difficult at this point. A little side note. I was streaming this quite early in the morning. And I got a raid of, I think, 120 something viewers just as I was coming up into this fight, which didn't put me off because I didn't know, but pretty bizarre for me to have any viewers, let alone that many. That was quite fun. When I realised, and I got loads of getting like loads of random grats and GGs from people, what the hell is this? This fight's going horribly so far. It's not going slow, it's not going fast, just the fact that I'm getting hit a lot is not a good sign. At the moment he is winning, he's got more health than me. Right, so if I can hit this thing, not get hit, oh my god, if I can hit this thing, I'll get some health out of it. I did, I got the health. And this bit should be relatively straightforward. I think 2 hits from the lightning and I'm dead, but that shouldn't be happening as it gets, you know, pretty well telegraphed. That was a fucking dumb place to stand. One more round should do it. Absolutely unbelievable. I killed him, he killed me. Had to start again. Bit of a pisser. Should have had the run finished in like a low 41. And yeah, sadly it did actually end up costing me a couple of minutes. Because I was probably a bit tilted after dying like that. Bit of a bitch. Still, finished the run. And somebody congratulated me on the time that I finished it anyway, just because it was my first one. It's really not terrible. Very frustrating to die there. Like, that was the last opportunity to die, and I died. So, standard me, really. This hopefully should look like a slightly better fight, or at least how it's supposed to look. That sucks. More... That was lucky. More practice on Dracula is required, I would say. Like, compared to how much I've practiced him on the first game. I don't really remember how this fight's supposed to be done, so... Just trying to get the run done at this point, I think. Come on. Wow, that was nothing. Still doing just a fucking terrible job. Just got lucky with health. I think if he had killed me again, I probably would have reset. Because again, at this point, I just didn't know I was being watched by a shitload of people. One more round, come on. Fuck's sake, man. Just doesn't want to die. Again. There we go. Wonderful. That's Castlevania 4. That's another game in my marathon finished. Albeit 2 years ago, but no way I'm learning that speedrun again, so there we have it. Castlevania 4 done. On to the next one. Not sure what it's going to be yet. I've got a choice. Rondo of Blood would make most sense. Although I feel like I should kind of save that one because I love it so much. Could play Castlevania Bloodlines. Could play Dracula X. Got a bit of a choice. Don't know what to do yet. But I will be back once I have decided. Peace.